Hello, my name's Anne-Marie. If you are new here, welcome. If you are not new here, welcome back. Today I have for you just a gift guide really for, I've got her gifts, I've got him gifts, and then I've got gifts for anyone that you just don't know what to buy for. Like, these are like, I mean, it's very limited, but there's a few good options. So yeah, grab yourselves a cup of tea. I've just started drinking actually. It's Tetley's mint tea. Oh my god, it's so good. I thought I was picking up green tea with mint, which is vile but drinkable. But this mint tea is nice. It's really good. So yeah, grab yourself a cup of something hot, or if it's the evening and you're watching this, grab yourself a glass of wine, if you're over 18 of course. And yeah, let's jump straight into the video. So I'm going to be reading off my phone because I've just been jotting bits down when it comes to me. So we'll start off with her, and there's no order to this, it's just the order that they've popped into my brain. So the first option I think you can get most women and they'd be fairly happy with is a pair of hair straighteners. Now obviously everyone at the moment is loving the Dyson hair straighteners, for good reason. You know, they're a lot better for your hair. Obviously they do a very good job, but they are very expensive. I think they retail about $3.99 in most places. So obviously that's quite a big gift. That's a proper main present and a half, that one. So if you're looking to still spend a bit but not obviously £399, you can always go for the GHDs. The new GHD, I think they're called the GHD Pro Plus or something. They are retailing at £199. They come in white, black, and then a lovely sort of, there is a name for it, but it's like a browny greyish silvery colour. I can't explain it, but it's a nice colour. And it comes in a lovely forest green carry case, and as I say, those are retailing for £199. I think you can still get like cheaper GHDs. I think you can still get like the classics, like 120 quid on Amazon. And to be fair, I love my classics. I don't have them anymore. I've lost them actually. They probably would still be working. I bought them when I was, well, my mum bought them for me for Christmas when I was about 16. And then I think it was 6 years ago now, Gary bought me a new pair. So I had them until I was 28? 27, 28? Hang on, how would that make me? That's 4 years ago. No, till I was about 26. So I had them about 10 years. 10, 11 years, and they still worked perfectly fine, but we've moved and I've lost them. So, but they are very good still. They're like, to be fair, they were the only problem was they didn't work abroad. Like, they didn't work in the adapters, but other than that, they were the best hair straighteners I've ever had. But I do have a new pair now, which I absolutely love, Gary, but I only have them because Gary bought them. I didn't need them, they didn't need replacing. So the GHDs do last really well if you look after them. But again, they're still £199 for the newest ones. So if you are looking for a cheap alternative, which to be fair, in my opinion, does, as far as I can remember, as I say, I've got GHDs now, I've had them for a long time. But when I was in school, I had a pair of the Remingtons, and I can't remember that they were any different to the GHDs. They still go up to 230 heat. I think obviously it's been a while since I've been to school, so they've improved like the heat protection quality, and I think you can get them on Amazon and in a lot of shops, to be fair, most likely. I'm sure you can get them in Boots and stuff for about £20–25, and no word of a lie, they do just as good a job. You can still curl with them, like, they're amazing. But yeah, so hair straighteners. Of course, that was a big old ramble about hair straighteners, wasn't it? But you know, hair straighteners are very important to a girl. Or to a lot of girls. I'd be lost without mine. I use them every day, unless of course I'm not leaving the house. Another thing you could get someone is a candle. Most women like a candle. I do know a few that wouldn't appreciate a candle, but me personally, I mean, most of the ladies I know would love a candle for Christmas. Now again, if you want to splurge, you can get a 2.5 kilogram candle, a Jo Malone one, for £330. That's a big candle. That's gonna take a lot to burn through, but that's a bit extreme for a candle. I mean, I personally think that's a bit much. You can get a 200-gram candle for Jo Malone for £50, so fairly substantial size, or you can get a 60-gram one for £25. So I feel like you're getting a bargain with the £50 for 200 grams, because you're getting like 3 times, more than 3 times, over 3 times the amount you'd get for the £25 one. But again, £50 is a lot to spend on a candle, but if the lady in your life would really like a Jo Malone candle, and they would probably appreciate that, like they wouldn't mind that being one of the main presents, you know. If you want to go slightly cheaper but still fairly expensive, you can get a white company candle. These again are lovely. Don't own one, would love to own one, but you know, even £28 on a candle seems a bit extreme for me. But if the lady in your life would love a white company candle and you're all up for spending, like splurging the cash, you can get a big 3-wick indulgence botanical candle from the White Company for £85, which isn't bad really. That's not, I mean, it's a lot better than 330. I mean, I don't think it weighs, I don't think it's a 2.5 kilogram one, but I mean, who really needs a candle that big? Yeah, so you can get a big 3-wick candle for £85. You can get a large one, which is obviously quite a bit smaller, but still large, for 38, and then you can get a medium sized one for 28 at the White Company. And I think the medium sized one is, it's fairly small, but it's the White Company, you know, you pay for the name. And again, you always have the far cheaper and yet still fabulously smelling, and again, like ridiculous range, a lot of options. Yankee candle. You can get the large Yankee candle for £25, so you're getting a large Yankee for the same price as you're getting the small Jo Malone and White Company. But again, obviously the White Company and the Jo Malone are a lot more of a luxurious gift. The Yankee, I mean, everyone's got a Yankee candle in their house, haven't they? But yes, if the person you are buying for would like a Yankee candle, you can get the large for 25, medium for $20.99, and the small for $8.99. And obviously the Yankee are a lot easier to get hold of as well. You can get them in Clinton, you get them in Asda's, you get them in B&M's, most places you can get a Yankee candle. So yes, that's candles. Okay, so my next idea for women is trainers. I class, you know, canvas shoes as trainers as well. Like, they're not, there's not a separate bracket for trainers and canvas shoes, they are just one bracket. So yeah, so obviously if you want to spend quite a little bit of money on your loved ones, you can get them like a really nice designer pair, like you know, a pair of, is it Blancas? I'm not a fan, to be fair. They don't do it for me, but I know there are a lot of people like them. So you've got Balenciagas, sorry, Balenciagas. So yeah, they are fairly expensive. So for a woman's pair, you're looking at around £595. For a child's pair, you're looking at £275. I mean, who would spend that much on their child's shoes just for them to outgrow them within about 3 months? It's madness. But if, you know, if you've got that cash lying around and you want to spend it on a pair of trainers, go for it. You can obviously get a pair of the Alexander McQueens. They're around £420. These are a lot more to my style than the Balenciagas. But again, I just think that's a lot of money for a pair of trainers. But again, if you've got the cash, you want to splash, go for it. They will be appreciated. For a slightly smaller price bracket, you have got the, I'm gonna butcher this, Comme des Garçons, like the Chuck Bass, like the Converse collab. Yeah, they're around £130. They're like the high tops with little like half flap heart peeking at the top. Those are very popular right now. And then you've also got the, can I remember the name of them? The women's Vija Campos. They are also very popular at the moment. But then again, and those are around, for the Comme des Garçons, or whatever they were called, like the Converse ones, they're around £120. And for the Vija Campos, they're around £90 to £100, depending on where you buy them. Maybe a bit dearer in some shops. But yes, those are sort of like a mid-range. But if you just want to grab your woman a nice pair of Converse, a nice pair of Vans, even a nice pair of Adidas Sneezers, 50 quid, they're going to appreciate it. You, like, especially like just a pair of plain black Vans, or a pair of plain white Converse, or a pair of plain white Sneezers. They go with a lot of stuff, like they're easy to match, so they'll always be worn, they'll always be appreciated. Yeah, so that's trainers. Obviously, if you know your girlfriend's wife's mum's brothers, girlfriends, wives, mums, sisters style, and you know they're gonna prefer a pair of Air Max high tops or a pair of Air Maxes over a pair of women's VG Campos, then get the Air Maxes, like get the trainer you think they would like. But I just, most people, not just most women, a lot of people like a pair of trainers. I know I like to get a pair of trainers at Christmas. Another option for women is a nice pair of boots. This could be anything from a pair of Uggs to a pair of Doc Martens to just a nice high horse riding pair of boots from June or something. Or again, £30 pair from Lindsay's. You know, us women, we appreciate things. You know, we don't care how much you spend on them. We could all use a nice pair of boots. But again, if you know your woman's going to prefer a pair of Doc Martens, you don't necessarily have to get Doc Martens. They do a lot of dupes. You can even get a pair of dupes in Primark. I mean, you've got Primark, Zara, Shoe, River Island, like they all will have dupes of a pair of actual Doc Martens. Or if you want to, you can obviously get them a real pair of Doc Martens. And again, with Uggs, I feel like you have to be careful with Uggs. I feel like if you buy like dupe Uggs, you kind of walk a bit like that, don't you? Like you end up walking on the insides of your feet. They go a bit funny. But again, I think that depends on where you buy them for. If you buy them from Primark, that's definitely going to happen after a few wears. But maybe if you bought like a knockoff pair from Shoe or something, they might be a bit more quality. I say knockoff, that sounds awful. If you buy like a dupe pair from somewhere like Shoe, or I don't know if they do them in like River Island or something, they might be slightly better quality, so you might not walk on the sides of your feet. But you can get cheaper actual Uggs from places like M&M Direct. They obviously, they're still going to be £100 plus, but still going to be a lot cheaper than going on the Ugg website. So definitely check those out if you're looking to get someone a pair of Uggs. Yeah, and then again, as I say, they don't have to be a branded pair. You can just get like, you can get some really nice boots in River Island, nice boots in Zara, even Lindsay's. I mean, even Primark do some fairly nice boots. You know, can't go wrong with a pair of boots. So next on my list, makeup. Again, different options here. If you want to really, you know, blow out on the person you're buying for, if you want to go up and above, some Charlotte Tilbury makeup would never go amiss. Some MAC makeup would never go amiss. Even some Estee Lauder. I mean, there's a lot of makeup that, I mean, some YSL, some Chanel, lots and lots of fancy makeup that would be appreciated. Obviously, I feel like you need to know the person slightly to know whether they're going to wear like a bright red lip or whether they prefer like nude tones. But yeah, I don't think anyone, like someone could buy me green Charlotte Tilbury lipstick and I'd be happy. Yeah, so obviously that's on the dearer end. You can get some fairly decent, like I think like Boots number 7 makeup is fairly good. Obviously you got your Max Factors, you got your Benefit, what's the other one, Molten Brown, like, is it Molten Brown? What's the one that's like Bare Minerals? That's the one, Bare Minerals. Like, I know they did them all in Debenhams, so I don't know if you'd have to go on Debenhams online or on their own website. I'm not sure where you'd buy them now because they used to all be in Debenhams. Maybe they've got them in Boots, I'm not sure, or House of Fraser. I feel like House of Fraser tend to have more high-end makeup though. But yeah, those are all very good and again would be very much appreciated by most women. And then again, if you are looking to go even cheaper, well, not necessarily cheaper, just not spend as much, you've got your Superdrugs, you've got you have got Boots as well. They sell Rimmel, Barry M, Revel London, and then of course you've even got Primark. Primark makeup is very good. It's not going to be as good as your Molten Browns and your Charlotte Tilburys, but it's still going to be appreciated. Some of their eyeshadow is really pigmented. Their lipsticks I love, like they are really good. Like, you mustn't turn your nose up at Primark, it's very good. And then next on my list we have skincare. And again, obviously, as you're aware, you can go high, you can go low. If you want to be like loved forever an LMS moisturiser or skincare set, or again a Charlotte Tilbury skincare set would be massively, greatly, hugely appreciated by most women, if obviously if they know their skincare. Maybe 7, maybe 8 years, well probably even less than that, maybe 6 years ago, if you'd have given me a pop LMS moisturiser, I'd have been like, thanks. Now I have used, like, thanks to good old Glossy Box, I have used the LMS moisturiser, and I know exactly how much it costs, and my god, oh, I wish I could afford to spend £87 on a pot of moisturiser every month, but I can't. So yeah, if they have a good skincare routine, they would appreciate that skincare, like they really would. Again, on the sort of mid-price range skincare scale, you've got your Clinique skincare, you've got your Pixie, number 7 do some very good skincare. So yeah, like there is a reasonable priced option. And again, if that isn't for you, and you know your loved one loves a bit of Clearasil, go to Superdry or Boots and grab some Clearasil, grab some Simple if that's what they use. So grab them some of that CeraVe, is it CeraVe? That I've heard is very good as well. Not tried it myself, but I've heard it's very good. So yeah, skincare is always a good option to go to, and it can be quite pricey, and it's one of those things that you don't pick up until you've realised you've run out. So it's always good to have a spare. Skincare is always appreciated, and it's so important as well. I wish I had known in my younger days how important skincare was. I really didn't, and the crow's feet are not thanking me for it. But yeah, skincare is always a good option. Next is perfume. Who doesn't like to receive a perfume at Christmas? I say that. A few years ago, I was like, I don't want perfume for Christmas. But now I have to buy my own perfume. I know how expensive it is. I'm like, actually, I could really do with a nice perfume for Christmas. So, if you want to, obviously, it depends if you know the person, if you have a scent that they really like. Obviously grab that one if you can afford it, if it's within the price range. If not, some options for perfume that I feel would suit most people. You've got Miss Dior, which is very nice, and then you've got Chanel's Coco Mademoiselle, also very nice. They're quite sweet perfumes, but they're not in your face sweet. I feel like most people would quite like that smell. But again, it is on the sweeter side. If you know someone that prefers a more musky scent, you've got like the Calvin Klein Eternities. They're quite nice. Or another one that's really nice is the Victor & Rolf Flower Bomb. Again, it's quite sweet, but it's not in your face sweet. And then if you're looking to literally not spend a massive amount of money on a perfume, but you still want a really nice fragrance, all of the Britney Spears Fantasy fragrance smells so nice, and you can get like a big, what, 100ml bottle for 20 quid. Like that. Britney Spears Midnight Fantasy is by far one of my favourite perfumes, and it's cost 20 quid. Yeah, so perfume is always a good option, but again, I mean, there's loads. You've got the Black Opium, you've got Alien, you've got Terry Mugler. Alien is Terry Mugler, isn't it? I'm sure it is, yeah. You've got Black Opium, you've got Alien, you've got all the Chloe perfumes. There's so many nice perfumes out there, all the Gucci's, so many. You will be able to find one, I think, that would suit that person. So jewellery is always a good option for a woman. If they've got their ears pierced, a lovely pair of earrings would always go down a treat. If they've not got their ears pierced, then maybe like a nice chain, like a nice necklace, or like a nice bracelet or a watch or something. I think rings are difficult, and because obviously you need to know their ring size. So that one, if you don't know the person so well that you know their ring size and you want it to be a surprise about having to ask them what's your ring size, maybe don't go for a ring. But you can get some lovely earrings. Obviously you've got your high end, you've got your Tiffany, you've got your Chanel, all that jazz that you're going to pay £200 plus for a pair of earrings. Or, you know, on your more reasonable side, you've got Kate Spade do some fairly nice jewellery, and you can get it at quite a reasonable price, like not bad at all. And then again, you've also got Pandora, which is some lovely lovely jewellery, lovely earrings. Obviously you've got the charm bracelets. If you know someone that's got a charm bracelet and they collect the charms, you can't go wrong with the Pandora charm, to be fair. Of course, if they don't wear them, then don't buy them a charm. But they have some lovely chains. If they're a Harry Potter fan or a Disney fan, I'm sure they've both got like Harry Potter jewelry collection and the Disney collection. And then obviously you've got like H Summers that just sell jewelry, like normal jewelry, like it's not a brand. But again, it's always very, very nice to receive a bit of jewelry. I just think you can't go wrong with like just a pair of like little studs or like little hoops or something. Just like an everyday earring is always appreciated, I think. Next on my list is a bag, and of course, again, lots and lots of options, and again, you have to know the person to a certain extent to know what kind of bag they would wear. But again, if you want to go all out, do you know, I'm not even going to go there with the Louis and the Chanels because it's madness. Like, if you've got the money to be buying Louis and Chanels, you don't need to be watching my video. Just go and buy them. So we'll go in slightly easier, but again, still I believe like quite an expensive price. If you're going to House of Fraser, they've got Valentino, they've got is it Valentino? I think it's Valentino. The V. Is it or what's the one that begins with M? Machino. I think it's Machino. It might be Valentino. I think it's Machino. You've got Machino, you've got DKNY, you've got Bieber, you've got Michael Kors in there, you've got, I think you've got Kate Spade in there. There's like quite a good selection of fairly, in my opinion, still quite pricey bags. I think you're still going to pay about $350 for a decent Michael Kors in there. So yeah, if you want to get them expensive ones, pop yourself down to House of Fraser. They've got a lovely selection for you. If you want to go more on the more reasonable side, but still, you know, still going to pay quite a bit for them, June have some lovely bags. The Debenhams website, they have obviously Jasper Conran and Jasper Conran, what's the other, Red Herring? Is it Red Herring? They do some nice bags in there. And then you've obviously got Carvela, Kurt Geiger. They have some nice, fairly reasonable price bags. And then again, if you don't want to spend even that much, you can get yourself into New Look, Dorothy Perkins. Is Dorothy Perkins even a thing still? I don't know. I know it went into Tesco's. I think it's online. They do some okay bags in Dorothy Perkins. Primark do some nice bags, to be fair. They've got some nice bags in Primark. Accessorize, again, are they even around still? My local shopping mall, the shops are closing. Like, what's going on? I can't remember what's still about. River Island have got some really nice bags, and Zara, again, really nice bags. Those two are still going, I know. And you can get matching purses to go with a lot of them if you want to really push the boat out. Okay, so I touched on this in my Primark gift guide last week. A jumper, like, if you want to buy person clothing, like you can't go wrong with a jumper. I love a jumper. I think most girls love a jumper. Like, they're just snuggly, they're easy to wear with jeans, they're just an easy outfit to go to, like just an easy option. So yeah, again, you could go and get them like a really nice expensive jumper from like Gucci or somewhere, but as I say, if you've got the money to do that, you don't need to be watching this video. You can buy what you want. Yeah, so Zara do nice jumpers. As I said, River Island do some nice jumpers. House of Fraser have some fairly nice brands in there that will all have a very nice jumper. M&S, you've got your cashmere jumpers in there, or your wool jumpers. Again, Primark have a massive selection of jumpers, all very nice. Again, very cheap, so they're not going to be as good quality, but they're still going to look nice for the first couple of wears. Yeah, jumper, always a good option. Bath bombs, like a nice good bath gift set. So obviously you've got Lush, which is just like the king of bath bombs at Christmas as well. They've got all the like, beautiful Christmas scents out, like Snow Fairy, and just the Snow Fairy is just amazing. You've got eggnog, all of it. So you can get massive gift sets in there for about 60 quid. You can get smaller ones for about 28, and then you can get like just little like 2-piece gift sets for about £15. I think even some are like 11 quid. So it's very, very reasonable. And it's just nice to get a Lush gift set, isn't it? It just feels a bit extra, a bit more luxurious to get a nice Lush gift set. I mean, any bath bomb's okay. I don't mind a good old Primark bath bomb myself, but a Lush one is just nice. You just feel a bit like, oh, I've got a Lush bath bomb. Yeah, so, and again, most women I know would appreciate a bath bomb or bubble bath or something. I'd have another one that's good for that sort of thing, like I guess like moisturizer and like really nice smelling stuff, is the Body Shop. They do some, they're like range of body butters, the strawberry one, the citrus one, the cocoa. Oh my god, they're just so nice. They smell amazing and they're so reasonably priced. You can get like really nice gift sets of like, I think you get body butter, bubble bath, just loads of like really nice stuff. And they're really, I feel, if I remember correctly, they're really like skin sensitive, so they're really good. Like if you've got sensitive skin, the Body Shop do some really good stuff in there, and I'm pretty sure they're cruelty free as well. I'm not sure, I'll have to check on that one and edit it out if they're not. But yeah, like bath bomb, like bath pamper sets is always a good option for a lady at Christmas. And then even if you don't buy the really expensive one, the smaller ones make a good top-up gift. Always get like a personalized gift, so I don't know, get someone like a wine glass with their name on it, or like a mug with their name on it, or like a photo mug or something, or photo cushion, or like just get them like a photo that they have, that's a really nice photo, get it printed for them or made into a canvas, like a mixture of photos. That's really nice. My brother-in-law actually got me and Gary like a canvas of just different pictures from our wedding a couple of years ago, and that's lovely. It's out in our hallway. Like, I think it's the only picture we've actually got up in the house, other than like the ones we've got in frames on the shelves there. So yeah, that was a really nice gift, and it's done as inexpensively or as expensively as you like. Like there are so many websites out there that do it at such a reasonable price. I mean, another one, you could always pay for a photo shoot. Again, that's going to cost you quite a bit of money, because the photo shoot itself might not be dear, but buying actual photos is what works out quite a lot. But it's always a good idea. You could get someone a coffee maker, and again, you can go high end or you can go low end. I have got a Tassimo. I think it was 30 quid and I love it. I don't think I would, I mean, although I do, when I go to Asda's, they've always got like a really good range for the Nespresso, and I'm like, oh, I've only got a Tassimo. So the Nespresso I think is also a really good option, because you can always get capsules for them. I mean, you can always get ones for the Tassimo as well. I just feel like there's more option for the Nespresso, but I am not knocking the Tassimo. I have the Tassimo. I absolutely love it, and it comes in a range of colours as well, so you can get it to match the person's kitchen. I got my mum one last year and she loves it as well. To be fair, it's brilliant because she always gives me the little refills that she doesn't like, so I've always got loads in the cupboard now. Yeah, a Tassimo, an Nespresso, and of course you've got your like really fancy expensive ones that I don't know the name of, but you can certainly get them. Pop yourself down to Curry's, they're all in there. If the person who obviously you're buying for likes coffee, or even if they like hot chocolate, or if you want to go all out and the person likes hot chocolate, get them the Hotel Chocolate Velveteen Chocolate Maker, I think it's called, something like that. I think it's £110 in most places. It was like, everyone went mad for it last year, so obviously it's back this year. But who wouldn't want a hot chocolate maker, right? Everyone likes hot chocolate. You can do a food hamper, so you can buy one that is already made up. I think John Lewis do very nice food hampers. Obviously, they come with a very nice price tag. I feel like M&S probably do a food hamper as well. But if you don't want to buy a food hamper made up, you can do it yourself. I mean, you can get like a basket, a probably quite decent basket for around 20 quid in like somewhere like B&M's. If you want, you can obviously get the smaller ones for a fiver, but if you want like a proper food, like picnic basket like ones, you can probably get one for about 20 quid in like B&M's, or try Amazon, get everything on Amazon. And then you can just fill it up with like the things that the person you know likes. You know, like get their favourite drink, if you know like their drink, their chocolates. Like you can even put some like wine glasses in there. You can make so many different types. I could do a whole different video on gift sets, like the different types of gift sets you could make up, like hampers. So we're just gonna go with food hamper. If you know, get them one. Oh, sorry, I'm getting a bit dry. Too much talking. God, I have been talking. This video is gonna be long. My tea's gone cold nearly. There we are. Where was it? Yeah, food hamper. Fill it out with the bits that you know, if they know what they like. If you don't know what they like, then just fill it up like a typical Christmas hamper, you know, biscuits, cranberry sauce, stuffing, that sort of thing. Mulled wine, Bucks Fizz. Go Christmassy, you can't go wrong. And so like collectibles, if the person you're buying for has something they collect, like grab a collectible, I mean, you do have to try and sort of make sure they haven't already got it, but if you keep the receipt and if you buy something they have got, just make sure you get a receipt and they can go and exchange it for something they haven't got. Obviously try to buy something you think they haven't got, but like my nan collects Swarovski crystals, so if we can't find anything to buy her, we know she'll be happy with a bit of Swarovski crystal. So a lot of she does get a piece every year, but she loves it, she collects it, so why not get her what she wants? And again, like if the person you like collects Neo, or like you can get the Disney figurines, can't you? I can't remember what they're called, but they're sort of like jigsaw-y looking. That's not right, but I'm sure you know what I mean. They do them in H. Samuels and stuff. But yeah, so if there's a collectible like bobbleheads, my brother-in-law collects bobbleheads. So if we ever don't know what to get him, we'll just grab a bobblehead. Like, collectibles is always a good option because you know they're going to enjoy it. Like, you know that they already like it. Again, pajamas. Everyone loves a pair of pajamas at Christmas. I think it's a given, isn't it? Everybody expects to get at least one pair of pajamas at Christmas. So again, you can go like all out and grab a pair from John Lewis or something. I'm sure they've got super expensive brands in there. You've got Bow Avenue, which always do very nice pajamas for around the £30 price mark. Again, River Island have started selling pajamas as well, and they're around the £20–30 price mark as well, and they are really nice. Obviously I don't have a pair, but I've seen them online, they look really nice. And then again, Next sell some really nice pajamas for again around the £20–30 price mark. Or you know, you've got your good old Primark, as does Tesco's. They all have really nice pajamas for a fairly reasonable price. And again, to go with the pajamas, a dressing gown. Who doesn't want a nice snuggly dressing gown to snuggle in at Christmas? And again, you got your more expensive ones that are going to cost you a fortune in like House of Fraser and John Lewis and stuff. Or you know, you got Bow Avenue, you got your Next, those sort of places where you're going to pay between £30 and £40 for a decent dressing gown. Or again, you've got your Primark and your George, where you're going to get a nice dressing gown for about 20 quid. So it all depends on your price range, to be fair. Rollers, if you've got longer hair or hair that you can fit a heated roller in, I just feel like that would be such a time saver. They're actually on my Christmas list this year, so I'm hoping I get them. Not that I really have a massive Christmas list, I'm just going to ask, my mum always asks me what I want for Christmas, so I'm going to ask for heated rollers this year. That'll be the only gift she gets me, which is absolutely fine. Like, she doesn't have to get me anything. I'm a grown woman now, but she does like to get me something, so I'm going to ask for a pair of heated rollers because it's something I want. So yeah, I just feel like you can pop them in while you're doing your makeup. It's done. Put them out and it's done. Obviously there's a technique to it, so you've got to learn how to use them, but do you not find like do your makeup and then you've got to curl your hair? Like, it takes ages, whereas you can set two birds one stone. Like, it would make getting ready so much quicker. So yeah, a pair of heated rollers, and again you can get like different style. I think, do Dyson do a pair of heated rollers? I'm not sure, but I know like Revlon do, Babyliss do, and they're around, I think you can get them for between 40, they range from around 40 to 70 pounds for like a decent pair of heated hair rollers. So yeah, if I get some this year, I'll let you know how they are. And again, obviously you've got your wavers as well, like your hair things. These are, I think these are Revlon ones. Gary got me these for Christmas last year. They're just like the wavers. I mean, you can get the is it Bondi Sands one? Something like that. Bondi something. But they're like white with big black ones. You can get obviously the Molly May ones that look really good. And there's lots of different options. So yeah, check online or yourself down to Boots or Superdrug or something. There will be a style around. Then my last option for ladies, again I say it's for ladies, this could be for anyone, is a book, a nice book. If you know the person you're buying for enjoys reading, get them a nice book. If there's like a biography of someone that they really like out, you could always buy them that. You can get them like, I don't know, like Dan Brown books. So there's so many different types of books. Obviously it depends on the person, like what they like to read. But there's always a new book coming out, so if you know the person likes books, get them a book or a collection of books or something. If you're buying for like a child, you can get like Harry Potter books or something. I don't know if that's still a thing. I love Harry Potter, I will always love Harry Potter, so it will always be a thing for me, but I already have the books. So but yeah, books is always a good option, and I feel like if the person reads, you can't really go wrong with a book. And again, if you buy them, keep the receipt. If they've already got it or they're not going to like it, you can go and exchange it for a book they do like, you know. And again, you can get books so cheap now. I think Asda sell books for like £3.85. So you can get books so cheap. Obviously you can get like more expensive ones in like Waterstones and stuff, or online. But yeah, you can get a book for so cheap now. Like, they're such an inexpensive gift. Very good top-up gift, or even like if they're a small book stocking filler. So I'm going to leave this video here at just ladies, because I feel like I've rambled so much. I'll have to do a separate video for men, because it would be just like an hour long otherwise. But I hope you found this helpful, guys. I have rambled so much in this video, it probably makes absolutely no sense to half of you. But if you did find it helpful, I'm glad. And if you did enjoy the video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you again very soon with another video. Bye.